Hey kittens! Silver here with Takara, my Oriental toy Himalayan cat, and today I wanted to do a little collection video for you, and I'm going to be showing you my set of National Geographic kitten plushes. So I'm going to get started right away and let Takara bow out for just a moment. And my first one up is the National Geographic Sand Cat, who I believe was probably the first one that I got, if I'm remembering correctly. And I thought this one would make a really nice companion to the SOS Sand Cat. Has definitely a different look though. This one actually has golden eyes as opposed to the green ones that the SOS version has. But you can see it has these nice airbrush markings right here on the forehead and those really nice stripes on the front legs. And some striping, of course, down the back and on the tail. And it's this nice sort of light cream beige color with a lighter white fur used underneath. And the material is super, super soft and plush. And they come with these very, very large oversized tags that they kind of pin right to their chests. So I am planning eventually on removing these tags and maybe getting some nice collars, since they are a little bit overbearing. But yeah, so that is the Sand Cat. Super sweet face. And you can see she's kind of in a sitting position. Lots of beans in her backside. And still very reasonably floppy. It can kind of be posed a little bit to some extent. But mostly, these plush are mostly meant to be in a seated position, just based on the way that they are stuffed. But super adorable. You see those nice little whisker follicle marks as well. So that is my Sand Cat. And then next up, very similar color scheme, but very different breed of cat. We have the Scottish Fold kitten, who is just gorgeous. I've never seen a Scottish Fold quite like this. There's a few different Scottish Fold plush out there, but just the coloring on this one, just the sweetness, the preciousness of the face, and those beautiful clear blue eyes, they just scream must have, especially if you're a cat person like me. So as you can see, the color is very similar to the Sand Cat. The markings are maybe a little bit darker, yeah, slightly darker I'd say than the Sand Cat. And it's kind of got this cute sort of almost slightly jowly little muzzle. It's so, so sweet. And again, we see well, this one actually has, is just sort of beige all over, where the Sand Cat has the white belly. But she does have some white right on the ends of her little muzzle here. You see the little pink thread mouth and a pink plastic nose. And there's also, I believe this might be, I'm not sure if this is in more than one language. It's kind of hard to open the little booklet since it is sort of pinned to her. But yeah, I think it's actually, this is an Italian company. Lely, I believe, is the company that's responsible for making these National Geographic plushies. So we have Italian and English information on these different cat breeds. So that's my little Scottish Fold. Then next up is a cat with a lot of personality. This is the Persian cat, and I just absolutely, his face is just priceless. I named him Monroe. For some reason it just seemed to fit. He has sort of a sort of regal bearing, I think. He looks like he's an aristocratic cat, or an aristocat. And please don't mind all those sort of rainbow sparkles in the background. There's a sort of a prismatic effect happening here. But he is also a similar color beige, but slightly longer fur than the other two. And he's got yellow eyes and a similar colored nose to the Scottish Fold, sort of a dark pink. I just love the little scowly expression though. He definitely exemplifies the Persian breed, more so than most Persian cats that you see. Like a lot of them are just sort of white fluffy cats, but this one, he kind of, you can kind of see where they, you know, where they took their inspiration from. They really attempted to recreate, you know, this sort of Persian cat that you see in everyday life. So very realistic. Again, some really nice airbrush markings on his forehead and near his eyes. And he's such a puffy little fluff. I'd say he's probably even maybe a little bit more floppy than the sand cat or the Scottish fold cat. It's kind of easier to put him in a reclining pose. And I just love the feel of the fur on this one. Super, super soft. So that's my little Monroe Persian kitty. Next I have the British short hair kitten. This beautiful light gray color, sort of like a silver gray, so gorgeous, absolutely adorable little face. Let me just move these guys a little bit so he's in center stage. And again, he has those really beautiful pale blue eyes, which actually, now that I'm looking, are quite similar to the Scottish Fold's eyes. But just that contrast between the silver and the blue is so beautiful. And his nose is a very dark brown color. You can see he's got the little threading for his mouth. And there's his hang tag there, British Shorthair Kitten. And he's basically just one uniform gray, just like you would sort of expect from a British short hair. And again, nicely floppy. And I believe I named him Grayson, which seemed fitting enough. Maybe not the most original, but just sort of playing off of his color scheme there. I just love how sweet and round and just baby-like this face is. It's just so sweet. Probably one of my favorite British short hair kitten plushies that I've seen so far. And then last up, we have the sort of partner to the British short hair. We have the exotic short hair kitten. And let me just move her in the front so we could see her better. So this is the exotic short hair. She's this beautiful pure white color. The eyes on this one, I just love the shape of the eyes. I think they're completely unlike any other cat plushie's eyes that I own anyway. It's almost more, I don't know, maybe it's just the way that the fabric around it is sewn, but it almost looks like it has a little bit more of an elongated shape to it, maybe like a little bit of a more oval where it's wider across. Or I don't know, that could just be a trick of the eye, I'm not sure. But again, just decadently soft fur, super adorable. And that is the picture of the exotic short hair kitten. And if I recall, I believe on their tush tags, they do. They actually have a QR code. So if you scan that, it'll bring up a website which gives you, I think, a little bit more information about the breed, or actually, I believe there was even real-life video of these actual cats in action, which is kind of a cool and unique little feature. So, but yeah, again, these tags are definitely a little on the clunky side. So I'm gonna get some nice accessories for these guys and and eventually remove them and probably put them away somewhere safely. But let me just zoom out a little bit for a second and give you a full look. There's a lot of sunlight coming in right now, but that is my collection of National Geographic kittens. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my little collection. I believe these are all the domestic cats that National Geographic has actually released. Although the sand cat isn't a domestic cat, but you get the idea. And I've heard rumors that this company is actually going to be going out of business. So some of these are more difficult to find right now. I bought most of these, if not all of them, on the Walmart website. So I would recommend checking there if you're interested in buying any of them. They're pretty reasonably priced, and probably about $30 US or so for each one, if I remember correctly. But some of them may not be available at this point. But if you are interested, I would definitely grab them while you can, since the rumors may or may not be true that National Geographic will be a thing of the past soon, which would really be unfortunate. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will be back again with more plush goodness for you next time. Bye, everybody!